We're here in Henderson, Nevada, gearing up for the tournament tomorrow. We're doing an Eskrima seminar at Core Martial Arts, who's also the host of the tournament. They're awesome. While we're on this trip, I want to talk about a special student, Natalie. And I want to share her family's experiences in Ascend Martial Arts. So let's get into it.
Okay.
I'm Natalie Ramskoff, and I'm 16 years old.
And I'm Dr. Charles Ramskoff.
My name is Linda Herkmans, and I'm the former artistic director of San Jose Dance Theater. I'm a former professional ballet dancer, and my current occupation is ballet teacher, Pilates teacher, choreographer. And I'm the proud mother of Natalie, who attends Ascend Martial Arts, and the wife of Dr. Ramskoff, who also attends.
Did you always want to do martial arts?
I'm gonna be honest and say no, that never really thought that I would end up in martial arts. I always thought that I would keep doing ballet, or that I would continue with art as my career. I was looking for something that I could connect to ballet. Ballet is an art form, and martial arts is also an art form. So I found the connection. Probably that it was kind of a lot more intense with, that there's a lot of yelling. And in ballet, it's more calm and classical, but in martial arts, it's a lot more fierce, and there's a lot of intense parts to it.
Challenges that you had to overcome?
Probably the most recent is the pandemic. Just being in lockdown was just really hard for me. Being on online school, not having any friends, not having other contact with people other than my family, and just kind of being really isolated and really alone. But when I moved to Reno, I was able to go to school in person, be able to make lots of friends, and just kind of revive my social life. You may feel like life is really hard right now. You when you're in that space, you feel like that's all there is, and that there's nothing else from that point on. But you just have to keep going, because there will be that light at the end of the tunnel, and you will find your way out of whatever you're feeling, whatever situation you're in. And just that there's ups and downs, and you may be in a down right now, but in a week, in a year, whatever it takes, you'll find that up again. I want to be the best that I can be, and I want to make my way up to getting my black belt. It's given me something to do with my dad. I've been able to make even more friends through Ascend Martial Arts. I feel like I can protect myself as well. I feel like it keeps me in shape. It's just something really fun. I really like it.
Feels great.
Oh,
How's it feel?
it feels great.
Yes!
I hadn't originally wanted to start retraining myself, but eventually Natalie sort of, kept asking me when I was coming back. So, first of all, I think this is an excellent program, and you can't avoid seeing that from the first moment you walk in and you watch how the attention to detail and the execution of the instruction and really the adherence to the art form and the sport. This isn't any ordinary martial arts program. We've looked at others, and this is the one we selected. And I think what you end up realizing is this is a whole family, and the connection here is, from the youngest member of the family to the oldest member of the family. It's a great experience, and everyone is very friendly. And so if you're a little bit shy in the beginning, that's okay. You'll be brought into the fold, and everyone will sort of have an opportunity to work and learn and progress at their own level. But there is some expectation and there's some discipline involved, and I don't think that's a bad thing. I've been a teacher myself in psychology for near 45 years, so I know a little bit about teaching and discipline and instruction and performance. So I would give this program top notch. You can't get better marks from me. So I would say 100% join and start participating, and I think the rewards will quickly be obvious to anyone and any family that is interested in getting involved.
Keep it going. That's good. That's good. You got this, Mom. You got this. Very good. Man time. Good work. Very nice. Good work. Phenomenal. I mean, I already know how hard ballet is. I mean, that is, hours upon hours of training. The fact that you're doing martial arts on top of that is kind of an insane combination, because both require an extreme amount of discipline. Natalie, I just want to say that you're a pretty phenomenal young lady, not in the sense that just because of the skills you have based on ballet and martial arts. I think your ability to share your story and make everybody feel like a connection on that level for your age group is highly, highly important. So keep that trait up, and make sure that you never lose that, because that will guide you to become more successful in whatever it is you decide to do.
Okay, now we're going. Bye.
Just got finished with the SCREAMA seminar.
Heading to dinner now. Let's get back to the interview.
Well, Natalie was heavily involved in classical ballet, and I was her teacher, her main teacher, and we were involved in a school that I helped to reboot in San Jose, and also to make a professional company. And Natalie was training in classical ballet since she was 5 years old. When we came from California, and Natalie was had stopped dancing during the pandemic, I said to her, you do want to keep moving your body, because that also helps with mental health as well as your physical health. So if we're not going to be doing ballet anymore, let's find something that you'll enjoy. So we did do a search. We looked around different things, and I was attracted to martial arts because there's so much continuity or crossover between something like classical ballet and the martial art. I gave them choices. My husband, who also did martial arts earlier in his life, and Natalie, and I kind of sent them out and say, go give this a try, so you'll have some to compare to. And they overwhelmingly said martial arts as where they were going to start training. What stood out the most was she really got into even better shape. And I, at the time, was still the director in San Jose, and we were putting on the Nutcracker. It was our 56th production. It's the longest running Nutcracker in San Jose. And because of the pandemic, we were very low on dancers. So I asked her if she would consider coming back to perform, even though she hadn't been dancing and training in ballet regularly. To my pleasant surprise, she said yes. And she came out and she put her pointe shoes on after having not danced for 2 years. And she physically did the part and it blew everybody away, blew everyone's minds away. So yes, that does speak to her talent as a ballet dancer. But it also spoke very highly to your training because physically she was in fantastic shape coming back and then could help us out by performing a very difficult role for us in this past Nutcracker in December. So for families who may be thinking, I'm not in shape, or, oh gosh, I'm embarrassed to get out there and, look at that, to just give it a try. Sen Martial Arts is extremely welcoming and positive and encouraging, from the youngest to the not so youngest to the very fit to someone who hasn't been moving their body much. Also, your self-esteem will grow out of doing things that you thought maybe just were not possible. But this team is really good at helping you to get there. So I really love the approach, the family approach to Ascend, because you see mom, dad, teenage kid, 7-year-old kid, you name it, coming and training together. And I just think that that's so lovely, because then they have really something in common, but they're also hearing those clear messages from the master all together about, being humble, listening, opening yourself up to trying this and trying your best and growing together. And I think it's just a wonderful way for families to bond, and also to get both the physical exercise component to it, but also the mental focus, and just be able to work together like that. I would like to personally thank Mr. Cancino. The pandemic was difficult on children and teens, and not only on our child. And I reached out to him and asked him to help our daughter to regain her her health and happiness and her vitality and her love of life. And you've played a big role in making that happen. And we've gotten through the hardest part, and Natalie's healthy and happy and thriving. And I do want to thank Mr. Cancino and the whole team for helping with that. And of course, my wonderful husband. So thank you.
All right, back in the room. It's been a long trip. We've had a lot of fun so far here in Henderson, Nevada. I just want to say thank you to Mr. Pine for teaching my staff Eskrima today. They learned a lot. I learned a lot. It was a lot of fun watching you guys. And to the Ramscoff family, you guys are amazing. Thank you for that heartwarming interview. It's incredible to have you guys a part of our martial arts family. And for all the families out there that are interested in martial arts, or if you're even interested in more videos like this, like, subscribe. One last thing, Natalie, you are inspiring, you are an amazing young woman, and I cannot wait to see what you do next. So keep it up, and I'll see you guys in the next video.